Alright, so I bought something else from eBay. And this is going to be a pretty good Will It Run video right here, I'll tell you what. So let's go on ahead and get this box open. And let's see what it is. I know what it is. I hope this one's packed up better than the last one. I think it is. It's like a box inside of a box. There's all this pink crap in here. Some kind of package. I already smell old fuel. Bad. Bad. One thing, it might have had a little bit of, yeah, it's all in here. Fuel left in it. Yeah. I'm going to cut the front of this box open. I don't feel like picking it back up. I just got home from work. Sorry about that, knocked the tripod over. Yeah, this one here had a tank full of old gas. This side here. Pick all this paint stuff up and put it in the stove. In here a little closer. Alright, so you can tell it had some old fuel in it. I'm still letting it be a surprise on what it is, but most of you can already tell. Yeah. Phew. That fuel there is old. I haven't ran across some gas that old in a while. Can't believe they shipped this thing like that. Apparently I need to sharpen the knife. I don't even want to touch it. It's covered up in this. Might throw that in the stove and throw a match on it and see what happens. It stuff probably ain't even flammable. This is an all original 1942 Briggs Stratton NR6. Original decals. Original paint needs to be cleaned up. Let's see if I can get this cap off here and see what this tank looks like. Ooh. Yeah, that's 15 kinds of crusty. And just pretend we didn't see that. It turns. This is pretty much, I mean, it's been run a few times, but this thing is extremely low hour military surplus. NR6 has really, really good compression. Original muffler that still has paint on it. Air cleaner is in good shape. I cannot believe they shipped this thing with a tank of fuel. Hope I didn't mess my darn paint up. Oh, let's see if we got any oil in it. Put you back up here. Got any oil in it? See if this wrench will fit on it. I don't know if it's gonna have any. There's something in there. Quaker State is what that is. You can tell by the smell. Or not Quaker State, but it's that old style oil that has that smell to it. I have to clean my new knife up too, because I got it covered up on gas. Yeah. Yep, it has oil in it for sure. It's really, really clean oil. I give it that. Also now all over the tripod and the workbench. This cap back on here. This thing even has the original Champion spark plug in it. And these little things that are on this oil cap keep it from getting lost. They're irritating. I don't know why those are always missing. Yeah, this one here is not getting painted. This one here is getting preserved. Because this thing here, you can read all of the writing. But we are going to have to pull the pan off because the oil pump. This thing does have some runtime on it, but it's tight. There ain't no slop in it. Governor's still connected. Looks like it's set to idle. Covered up in this fuel. The tank's gonna have to be pulled. I can tell you that right now. Don't want to turn that on. This is going to be my will it run project for the weekend. Gearbox is tight. No end play, no bearing play. So an NR6 is the same thing as an NPR6, except this has a cast on gear reduction. This is cast onto the block. Now an NPR6, ignore the mess in here, has a bolted on gear reduction. And it's funny, this engine here is actually older than that one. That's a 1940. That fuel bowl looks okay. Cast manifold, or cast iron manifold. Cast iron elbow. We'll have to go through that fuel bowl. This one here is going to be a little bit more of a project because that tank. No dents in the tank that I've seen. But yeah, that's crusty there. So I'm going to get this mess cleaned up. Alright, so I'm going to work on the little motor some more today. And been cleaning on it. Also did some work off camera. Took the fuel bowl off. Got it soaking. It's clean though. There was no bad fuel that made it to the bowl. Even the fuel line itself is clean. I'm going to blow some carburetor cleaner through that line though. But I got to get this tank off here and clean it. Get that crusty crap out of there. And we also got to pull the oil pan to be sure that the oil pump works and is primed. So go ahead and get that stuff done. Alright, so to pull the fuel tank, there's 2 screws right here. Let that oil drain a little bit. This is the oil that come off of it, or come out of it. It's looks like braking oil. It's got some weight to it. It's not like 30 weight or nothing. It's kind of different. All right, so now I can pull this oil pan off. I really kind of don't want to do this, but kind of got to when these have got an oil pump. Otherwise, sometimes the oil pump don't want to prime. And I've heard of people locking these up from not testing the oil pump, especially after they've been sitting for so many years. There. There. Yep, and it's not primed. All right, so I'm going to put some oil in this pan. We're going to test this pump. There it goes. That one there didn't take near as much effort as that brass tag. That one there just primed right up. Okay. Alright, so the gasket's here. It's broken in one place. I was going to cut a new one, but I decided just to keep this one with its original gaskets and everything. It's going against my nature of reusing gaskets, and I know y'all have seen me do it a bunch here lately, but 98% of the time I don't reuse gaskets. Unless it's just to test a motor or a case like this where I want to keep it as all original as possible. Still gonna put some Permatex Indian head on it just to be sure we don't have no oil leaks. But the oil pump works good, so everything should be alright. Just gonna put a thin layer of this on there. Make sure you get plenty right there where that gasket's broke. Here before long we'll do a full model in restoration, but this one ain't gonna be it. This one here is staying just the way it is. But we'll do a restoration on that brass tag, and then I've got a, y'all may remember it from another video from the PB restoration. I had that Rodette Home Gardener lawnmower in here. That motor needs to be fully overhauled. So alright, so here's our gasket. Going to very carefully sit it on here. Alright, so I've cleaned the gasket surface on the engine. There we go. There. Gears lined up. So go ahead and put our bolts back in. Alright, oil pan's back on. This is going to be a long video, I can already tell. I'm going to work on getting this gas tank cleaned up. One of these days I'm going to have to show the military ZZ that I got. Alright, I'm going to reinstall the fuel bowl. Got the inside of it pretty well cleaned out. Just going to put it on here like this. and just kind of like that, because I can't put the bowl back on just yet. All right, I can sit the screener in there. All right, I gotta go find a gasket. All right, I had to get the old stove going. It getting the mic cold in here. All right, so we got our new fuel bowl gasket here, genuine Briggs Stratton 68447. These are cork gaskets. Don't get those rubber ones, they'll leak. I've got a couple of them rubber ones and they always leaked. So there's a company that makes new cork ones, and I usually buy those. But I ran across some NOS Briggs ones. I got those, so just getting a genuine Briggs Stratton bowl gasket that hopefully won't leak. Gas tank still soaking. Don't over tighten these, you'll warp the fuel bowl top. Just gonna that right there, like that. Should be ready to go. Alright, so it's time to see if the little motor's gonna hit. This very well may be the first time this thing's been started since World War II. I just want to see if it'll hit on some carburetor cleaner. I'm still cleaning the gas tank. Yep. Puffed a little cloud of smoke here. It wants to run. A little bit smoky there to start out with, but it started right up. Alright, so it's finally time to try to put this gas tank back in this motor. This gas tank has fought me every step of the way. This pretty much the best motor I've ever worked on as far as the condition goes. This had to have been the worst gas tank I've ever dealt with. But finally got it cleaned up enough that I can put it back on here and try to run it. And it had a hole in it down here, so it would. Gotta get a screwdriver. Go ahead and hook that fitting up so it's hooked up. Alright, so that's pretty well on there. Making sure my fuel valve works. Alright, so I'm gonna pause this while I Alright, so I'm going to try some gas in it. And ignore that the gas is in a antifreeze jug. I cleaned the antifreeze jug real good. Let's see what that does. It's not leaking right off the bat. So let's hope we have no leaks. Turn the fuel on. Filling the bowl. The carburetor. No leaks that I see. Choke on. A less choke. Some. So hold on, I'm gonna have to make a governor adjustment. All right, see if it'll start back up. May have to make a couple of adjustments. Thing's got an idle to it. But it's running. Paint's cooking a little bit off that muffler. I'm gonna have to shut it off because I don't want to fill the shop with smoke. That cleared the smoke up. Alright. I'm gonna have to go open the door. Alright, so I guess that's gonna about do it for the Will It Run on this Briggs NR6. Hope everybody enjoyed the video, and let me know if you like there's a couple parts in this video where I put some background music in parts where I wasn't talking, so let me know what you think of that. And yeah, I'm gonna do some more work to this. I think I might have another hole in this gas tank. So yeah.